change of vision can also change your future. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, day number 3 of the Torah portion of Lecha. Let's go to chapter number 15 of the book of Bereshit, or Genesis. Verse 1 says, "And after these events, the word of Yahweh came to Abram in a vision, saying, 'Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield. Your reward is exceedingly great.' And Abram said, 'Master Yahweh, what would you give me, seeing I go childless, and the heir of my house is Eleazar of Damascus?' And Abram said, 'See, you have given me no seed, and see, no one born in my house is my heir.' And see, the word of Yahweh came to him, saying, 'This one is not your heir, but he who comes from your own body is your heir.' And he brought him outside and said, 'Now look toward the heavens and count the stars, if you are able to count them.' And he said to him, 'So are your seed.' And he believed in Yahweh, and it was reckoned to him for righteousness." What's going on? Well, if we can take a moment to go backwards just a little bit to chapter number 13. Avram's nephew, Lot, has been with him since he left Ur of the Chaldees. Lot is a bit of a clinger-on, one who is benefited by hanging out with, being associated with his uncle Avram. Both of them have gone down to Mitzrayim, and through a unfortunate series of incidents, let's say, they come back wealthy, exceptionally wealthy, to the place that they're no longer able to dwell together. There is contention between their herdsmen and shepherds, and Abram and Lot separate. It is after Lot has left Abram that Yah says to him in chapter 13, verse 14, "And after Lot had separated from him, Yahweh said to Abram, 'Now lift up your eyes, look from the place where you are, northward and southward, eastward and westward. For all the land which you see, I shall give to you and your seed forever.'" And then he makes another generational promise to him. "And I shall make your seed as the dust of the earth, so that if man could count the dust of the earth, then your seed also could be counted." I've shared this before. The name Lot means veil. While he was dwelling with Avram, he had the effect of being a veil over Avram's eyes, to the place that Avram's vision was limited. It is after Lot has been dismissed or separated from him that his vision is increased. This simply tells us that there are times, not often perhaps, but there are times where certain people cloud our vision. They taint our understanding. They limit our perspective. We have a way of thinking, well, whatever happens has to include, and we include certain company that may or may not be around when the fulfillment of dreams and desires that Yah has for us come to pass. I've had the unfortunate experience in years gone by where there are those that I just assumed would be an ongoing part of our lives. They've chosen to walk away for whatever reason. It's grievous, it's hurtful, it's heartbreaking. It happens. But almost without exception, then, there are those moments afterwards when someone has been separated, not by my choosing, but they have been separated from us, that clarity of vision and clarity of recent events and clarity of roles that have been played in the past suddenly become clearer. You just see things with a different perspective. So now we come to chapter number 15, And something very important is that we don't slide right by. It says after these events, the word of Yahweh. The Hebrew here is Davar Yahweh. This is not just that Yah is speaking. This is one whose name is, in my opinion, Davar Yahweh. Who is the Davar Yahweh? The word Davar meaning word. Well, in the book of Yochanan or John, chapter number 1, we read some very familiar text, if I can get to it quickly here. In the beginning was the Word, the Davar, and the Davar was with Elohim, and the Davar was Elohim. He was in the beginning with Elohim, and all came to be through him, and without him not even one came to be that came to be. Again, we understand that Yah spoke all the world into existence. Everything that is created, everything we know and do not know that exists was created through the spoken word. Well, verse number 14 says, and the word became flesh and pitched his tent among us, and we saw his esteem. Esteem is the only brought forth of a father, complete in favor and truth. He's referencing Yeshua. Yeshua is the word of Yahweh. So we are then perhaps seeing an appearance, a manifestation, a revelation, a vision of Yeshua in some form as the word of Yahweh, who comes to Avram and begins to have conversation with him. And he informs him here of two things. Number one, I am your shield, your mignon. This is the same word that was used in chapter 14 and verse 20. And as Melchizedek has blessed Avram, saying, and blessed be the Most High El, who has delivered you, or been the shield for you, from your enemies into your hand. And he gave him a tenth of all. That is, he is acknowledging that Yah has been a deliverer or a shielding for Avram. So this same one, the Davar Yahweh, continues by announcing that he says to Avram, I'm going to give you a great return or a great reward or wages for your hire. In response to your faithful walk of obedience before me, I am going to reward you. So he's doing more than just offering wealth and increase. He is there to give Avram something bigger, more promising, if he's willing to receive it. So now that Lot has gone from him and his eyes are open to a certain level, Yah challenges him to see even further. That is, that you can receive a seed, an heir. And he says, well, my vision is that Eleazar is my heir. Yah says, no, lift your vision higher than that. Go outside and look at the heavens. Avram, you're looking too small, sir. You're looking too near. You need to lift up your eyes to a higher place. When we read from the book of Luke, chapter number 21, it says in verse 28, and when these matters began to take place, look up, lift up your heads, because your redemption draws near. I think for many of us, we are looking too nearsightedly. We're watching television reports and media reports on the internet, reading newspapers, listening to cohorts and friends at work, and we're hearing all the disturbing information that causes us to imagine that in this short term, the time of days just immediately ahead, that it's all going to fall apart, that America is at a place of utter destruction. And the news is bad. Lift up your heads. Pull an Avram. Go outside and look at the heavens. Take an opportunity, maybe even tonight. Go up, look at the sky, count the stars, and understand that he who created the heavens also created us. He's bigger than all of the stuff. And he has got a promise, a great reward for us that is bigger than what our imagination has been. Think on these things today, and we'll talk more tomorrow. To then, shalom.